She rushed toward me in the college hallway, breathless, eyes full of panic, and said the most unexpected words I'd ever heard: "I need a boyfriend to meet my parents this weekend." I blinked at her, confused, my heart skipping for reasons I didn't want to admit. I tried to joke, "Not sleeping on the sofa, right?" But deep down, I was terrified, because this wasn't a game for me. I had loved her quietly for years. And now, I had one weekend to prove I could be everything she needed, even if it was all just pretend that I had known Aisha since freshman year, confident, stubborn, full of fire and dreams. I was the quiet type, always behind my camera, capturing moments instead of being part of them. We had grown into close friends, but I had always drawn a line, afraid that if I stepped too close, I'd lose the friendship forever. So when she asked me to be her fake boyfriend, my heart didn't know whether to celebrate or break. She told me the story while we sat by the college fountain. Her parents were visiting from another city after almost 2 years apart. They were worried she was too focused on her career and not serious about building a future. Her mother had already lined up a meeting with some guy, a stranger she had never met and didn't want to. So she panicked, and my name was the first that entered her mind. That I tried to hide the happiness that flickered inside me, disguised it as a sigh. "So I'm your shield from a possible rishta," I teased. She nudged me with a half-smile. "Exactly. And don't worry, you won't have to act too much. Just be you." For the first time, I wondered if being me was enough for her. The weekend arrived faster than I expected. My nerves were at war with excitement as we rode together to her home. Her hand brushed against mine by accident, and I swear the entire car lit up with static. She apologized shyly, and I laughed it off, but my heart wasn't laughing, it was soaring. Her house was warm and filled with old memories, family photos, the smell of home-cooked food, and the loud greetings of parents who missed their daughter. Her mother hugged me like we were already family, while her father sized me up like a silent guardian. I didn't blame him. Dinner was intense. Questions fired like bullets. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? What about marriage? How serious are you? I tried to answer honestly but carefully. I didn't want to lie about loving her. I just couldn't admit it. Yet, later that night, in the guest room I was given, no sofa, thankfully, Aisha knocked softly and slipped into the room. She looked tired, overwhelmed. I gently asked, "Was this a bad idea?" She sat beside me, close enough that her perfume wrapped around me like a silent confession. "No," she whispered, "I just forgot how much my parents expect from me. And now I've dragged you into it." I shook my head. "You didn't drag me. I chose this. I chose her, always." She leaned her head on my shoulder. I didn't move, didn't breathe. In that moment, even if morning never came, I'd have no regrets, but morning did come. And with it came a twist we didn't expect. The guy her parents had arranged to meet showed up anyway. His confidence annoyed me instantly. He looked at Aisha like she was already his to win, and he looked at me like a temporary obstacle. He laughed too loudly, talked too much, and when he called our relationship cute, I clenched my fists under the table. Her father suggested we all play a board game together. And that's when the stranger began showing his real intentions, little remarks belittling my career, hints about how Aisha deserved better security and status. I wanted to argue back, but I knew it wasn't my place. Yet Aisha surprised me. She defended me fiercely, her voice sharp, her eyes blazing. "He supports my dreams. He respects me. And that is more valuable than anything you're bragging about." The room went silent. And just like that, I realized this wasn't pretend anymore. Not for me. Maybe not for her either. After he left in irritation, I stepped out to clear my mind. Aisha followed. "Thank you," she murmured. I turned toward her, unable to hold back any longer. "Aisha, what if I said I don't want this weekend to be fake? What if I want to be with you, for real?" Her breath hitched. Fear danced in her eyes, but so did hope. "Are you sure? Because if we try this, it's not a game. I'm not a temporary thing. I reached for her hand, this time with intention. You've never been temporary for me. She looked at our hands, then at me, and her smile trembled like her heart was learning how to trust. Okay, she whispered. Okay. When we walked back inside hand in hand, her mom noticed instantly and smiled knowingly. Her father looked at me again, this time not as a judge, but as someone silently handing over responsibility. As we prepared to leave the next day, Aisha snuck her arm around mine and said quietly, "No sofa in your future. Ever." We both laughed, and something in that laughter bloomed into a promise. A weekend that was supposed to be fake became the most real thing in both our lives. It taught me that sometimes love needs courage, and sometimes it takes a little lie to reveal the truth, and I realized, saying yes to her wasn't the risky choice, not saying yes would have been the biggest regret of my life.